Hi everybody, Mars here, the golf professional at Southwick Park Golf Club. Now here's a subject that you don't really ever want to talk about. It's the saying the Macbeth if you're an actor type thing, and I'm going to talk about shanks and shanking. Definitely, I think the worst fault in golf because it's so demoralising that you can't catch it in the middle of the face and ping it sideways off the hosel. So I'm going to give you a few tips and a few things that it might be. Now, number one, what we do know is for most of you, I would say only 1% of people who shank it probably set up too much in the heel. The majority of you have all set up dead in the centre of the club and move that ball 2 or 3 centimetres towards the hosel. Now that's really you moving forward rather than anything else. So let's go through a few reasons of why that might be. And I always go, but remember when you joined the PGA and they gave you this, in the good old days, it was all digital now, but they gave you a big coaching manual and it was hooking, slicing, topping, blah, blah, blah. You get to shanking and you just kept turning the page. There was so many causes for a shank, but there's a few biggies, right? And I think my repertoire of terrible shots is quite good. I can pull off most things. It's actually quite hard for someone that plays all right golf to shank the ball because your brain hardly wants you to move that hosel towards the ball. But let's go through a few things that it can be. Okay, let's start off with the most obvious. Am I a little bit too close? So by the time I've swung back out, the shank's moved forward and I've shanked it. Potentially, if that's you, one thing that happens sometimes is you'll squirt the ball left almost through your feet, because if you're a bit too close, by the time you've swung back, you could do that and that's virtually gone sideways. So if you can shank that way, you are potentially too close to the ball. Right, so let's move on to the next one. There's 2 ways to shank it with poor swing path. The majority of people are too much on the inside who shank it. So this is what I see a lot. In the quest to draw the ball, people get too inside. They know they want to come from the inside and draw it, but if you come from the inside too much, you can sort of clip it off the hip and it goes sideways. So that's one to be very careful of. So swing path is something you need to look at about positions in your swing and where you are. Too inside in here and you can show it the shank, off she goes. You can shank it from going from the outside. It's a different type of shank, if that makes sense. It's not one that will come off sideways like that. Okay, here are some of the biggies of why you might be shanking the ball. Now, first off, if you start to swing back, and as you're coming into impact, instead of bringing this left hip backwards to connect with the ball, you start to go forwards and lift that toe up. So the manuals might call it early extension. So when that happens, you've swung back and then you've gone forward, and that's that thing that will move the ball forward. And you'll squirt it sideways off the heel. I'm going to stop my video for 1 second because someone's cut holes and they're going to play back through this way. 1 second. Thank you very much to those 3 boys. Sorry about that. They've hit their tee shot, so I'll carry on. Okay, so go back into that again because that's really important, that one. That forward movement, that early extension is probably the #1 cause of shanks. Another little one for you, which can be a simple mistake. If I swing back and my weight goes onto my toes, now I've done the same thing. I've moved the hosel forward a little bit and I can come in just an inch or 2 out. So you're gonna have to cycle a few of these reasons of why you might shank it, but look at those ones first. There's a few different ones for chipping, but this is on the whole where you're gonna make your mistakes with the long shot shank. Okay, so let's go through them again. Are you a bit too close? Now, if you think that one through, if I move back to a point of no return, I probably can't ever shank it. So you should always experiment with standing a little bit further back. Swing path is probably really common too. Too much on the inside for most people, trying to draw it, showing it the shank coming this way. The early extension people, definitely the vast majority, and then potentially coming forward onto your toes a little bit. There's quite a few more, but that's the crux of it. I hope that helps you, and if you've got the shanks, come and see me.
So you can see it in this swing here, this is correct here, back in position.